just wanna be free with my people to prosper and only don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution time. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free. I just wanna. All right, guys. Things I wish I knew about money. It is episode 10. Woo! I'm your
Oh,
host, Camille Smith.
and I'm your boy, Dre. I'm super excited. Holy, I don't know why I'm so excited.
Me too. Hold up, hold up. I think it's time that we do, the regular sound. Whoa. So there's good things that have been going on, right?
Yeah, man, whole heap of good things.
Uh,
Um,
mhm.
we could talk about the viewers them to start because last time we were saying we wanted to hit 300, but
Yep.
our listeners actually helped us to accomplish that. So let's
Yep.
talk about that.
Yep. So today, as I looked, I seen it at 347. Whoa.
Bruh, 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 bruh. Irish.
Right? And that means that more than what? I gotta do my math properly. More
You
than
have to.
50, at least 50 people was able to listen. Woo!
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So
Big up
congratulations,
yourself.
guys. You played your part. You guys did
Yeah.
what you had to do to listen and stuff. So I'm really happy, right?
I am as well. Enough respect and continue to listen and to share. We really appreciate our listeners and all our supporters for
Exactly.
what they're doing.
Yeah.
So how was your week been, Camila?
How has my
So
week been? So, there's been a couple things have been going on in the background. I don't usually say my what is it? My accomplishments or my achievements until they actually happened
yeah,
and things. But let's see. I did my first presentation for the year this year.
nice.
Um so big up Black
Big up
Moms
yourself.
Connection, I was very happy. I was the first speaker of their masterclass, so I think it's going to be a really, really great event for the next 8 weeks. Like I only did like my part, the budgeting,
Yeah,
um, and we were able to learn a lot. Like I was able to even like put up a post right after,
nice.
because you know how we are. We know how we are with the frigging. Sorry, I shouldn't say frigging. We can swear a little. You know how usually with content, it's really it's really tricky to be able to understand like how to give out good content timely.
Yeah,
So what I'm trying to do is have like 1 or 2 days where I build content, but if there's days like it's just like boom, all right. So I was able to get an idea from them, um, and it's about like fixed variables, fixed and fixed and variable expenses, and also needs and wants. So we were able
yeah.
to do that. Also, that stock market. Whoo!
So it's on fire this week.
I was getting a little scared with certain things. So I was just like, yo, we did a little pullback on Monday, but overall, I've been having a good year so far,
Yeah,
and I've been able to like convince others to invest as well, and they're getting addicted as well. So I'm happy. I think
that's
the
good.
best
That's
part
good.
is like trying to convince our community, especially to learn how to invest. and be able to create generational wealth.
Yeah.
And I think some of the people are getting it. Everyone's getting it, and even the moms that I taught, I feel like they are helping their children grow and get into that aspect as well. And I know you're a parent as well, and you
Yeah.
have to, you know,
Yeah, no, like yeah, so that's pretty good because it's pretty much what I talk about in, my sessions as well. I mean, I haven't had any speaking sessions since the year start. So, big up to you. For me, I've just been behind the scenes,
how's
like,
your week been?
working away.
Mhm.
Yeah. I just been working away behind the scene because or online learning management system for Flip and Floss. We're gonna try to test the launch of first phase of that toward the end of January. So we're gonna be using culture and storytelling to get the message across to people, right? So, and like I tell you, like this morning I was reading the whole story about the Black Wall Street, right? And
Boy.
you and I, we've been in this space about financial literacy for some time and trying to, educate, people and help people as we go along. So, I mean, that's really what I've been doing. I'm working on a project back in Jamaica now. Like yourself, I don't want to speak about things before it happens.
Yeah.
But this is super excited. And I guess once it happened, I'll probably talk about it because it is something that I shared in my book. So it's really good to be going back in that space and doing stuff like that.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, this like for me as well, this week is pretty good. Like the stock market is doing well. I'm currently reviewing my portfolio, just to make sure that the path that I'm on is still consistent with where I want to go, but my 5-year goal.
Mm-hmm.
And so routinely I look at things and look at how I'm doing things. I already did my 2020 year in review, and this is me personally. And I know people are gonna judge me now and say, "Yo, this boy is crazy. He's a nerd."
Don't
But
worry, it's all about the SMART goals, like the
yeah, it's all
SMART
about
goals.
those smart goals and make sure that they're on track, right? So I did my year in review and I looked at some of the mistakes that I made,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I think I posted this on my WhatsApp status that one of my biggest mistake in 2020 is not factoring in the opportunity cost of my decisions. And I'm pretty sure
You're
a lot of people might say, what the hell is opportunity cost or how does that work?
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't do that, but it's a real cost that can impact. But we can talk about it another time, or you guys can inbox us and we can talk about opportunity costs and how it affects our decisions.
Exactly.
Um, but today we're really going to talk about what was I going to talk about today?
I want to help
What Pickney and tax have in a common?
you.
What Pickney and tax have in common?
Mhm.
It told them a problem.
I don't know about those type of problems. I know they're a blessing. When I decide to have one, it'll be a blessing. But I know
It is a blessing.
woo, they are very taxing mentally, physically, and financially.
Every alley you can think about.
Exactly. But I know in the long run, I know how much you love Nathan, so it's all good. But yeah, I want to help the parents them because I know they scramble. Some parents scramble to find
Right.
ways to feed the child, provide for the child, be able to make sure that they're going to be a decent human being and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember last year I was babysitting. I was babysitting two little cute ones. And I was like, "Oh no, 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 no. I can't do this by myself. I need you need the mom, dad, or partner, whichever, and a nanny at the same time
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah, yeah,
it is a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
it is.
Shucks. And so big up to the single moms and the single dads because I do know
Mm-hmm.
there's single dads. So big up yourself because it's a
You
lot
are a
of work.
soundbite on that there. Yeah, man. You are stinger for the one day.
Of course, of
No,
course.
man, it is a real thing.
Oh,
May I tell
oh,
you this. I, I used to hate changing Pampers because Um, I used to have like my family friends who come and leave their kids over, and
Woo.
so I would have to help out with change of pampers, and that's something I hate. But with my son, it's something that comes so natural, and
Mm-hmm.
every minute, and it's so crazy that you don't even think about these things, but your instinct. And every time I lift him up, I squeeze him pampers to see if it's too wet or whatever. I check them little thing there, and
Yeah.
then go change him and whatever. So um, it's kind of like them annoy the crap out of you and they make your head hurt you, but it's like them have total control over your feelings.
Yeah.
So this minute them piss you off, them come and they get a little smile, or you just see them little cute face, and then your whole mood change. So definitely want to shout out to moms and dads, and even the support, community support, people, other family members who are
Village.
supporting
The
to help build
village.
a family. It is
Mm-hmm.
a whole heap of work. It is a new experience for me as a father.
Mm-hmm.
I've first child, and it's a journey that I truly enjoy. And you know what? This is some I seeing you know the birth of my son, and my wife and everything, and
Yeah.
what she went through. Like actually, um, I mean, I had respect for women long before,
Mm-hmm.
but
Hola.
that experience just changed everything. And I was like, it's an incredible journey, and I never understood how people never want to be a part of that journey, right?
Aw.
And I wouldn't trade that journey for anything else. And I always tell myself, at any day, I'm prepared to quit my job for my son.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. Like he comes first in every single thing that I do. And this is something that I do. Like even when I'm doing stocks or whatever, when I bought his first stocks, I show him and I say, "Yo, Nathan, I'm investing this for you. This is
Mm-hmm.
your investment and whatever." And my aunt was on the phone with me the other day, and I was getting him something to eat. So I lift him up and I say, "What is it that you want?" So I give him
Mm-hmm.
the option to choose. And she's like, "Oh, you let him choose what he wants?" And I say, "Yes, because I want him to know how to make decisions from an early age, right? I
True.
don't want to tell him what to do and when to do it. You know
Mm.
what I mean?" Yeah. Anyways, I don't want to take up the whole of the show with talking about my son.
But it's a great lesson to hold, and I'm
Yeah, it
glad,
is.
because how the generation before, um parenting style was different from ours now, and I
Yeah.
feel like we kind of need a little bit of both to
Right.
be
Right.
able to have children or the next generation be able to strive further than anything. So hey, I can't wait till I have one eventually.
Yeah.
And
Well, you know what? You have Nathan, so you can start practice with him.
good. I have a nephew, another nephew. But for the first time, I actually changed diapers for the first time last year. My
Oh,
first
really? What
time
was that?
ever. I was like, I don't do this. I never did this in school. They never taught us this part. It was always an egg.
You know what? It doesn't matter how much, because I never got any lesson in school. I
Yeah.
think it's all instinctual, like it just comes naturally.
I mean, I
Um,
I did it. It was on properly. I
yeah,
can ask the mom or dad. I was like, I did it properly enough. But oh my gosh.
yeah, they are precious. They're adorable. Like I said, I love my son to death.
Yeah.
He's grounded me in many ways. I
Hmm.
mean, I've always been ambitious and a bit focused, but he grounded me. Like he's magnified or amplified, whatever you want to call it, any kind of fight,
Yeah.
that
Big up
focus.
Nathan.
Big up Nathan and all the other adorable children in the world, right? It
Absolutely.
doesn't matter your race or background. Children are special.
Hmm.
But really, all right, outside of the adorableness and the specialty and everything with them covered and the shitty pampas, we're gonna talk a little bit about the financial side,
Yes.
right? And this was idea came by Camille, said she wanted to talk about like planning for or kids' future.
Hmm.
So I don't know if you want to start that or you wanted me to go ahead, like, but yeah, let's talk about that for a bit.
So start a little bit with obviously when I was growing up, I never was able to get like a trust fund, which is fine. Or I think the RESPs were a little different back in the day. I know there's some people that it's a bad rep. The
Mm-hmm.
RESPs get a bad rep from the past because they weren't able to actually receive. Some people had a hard time receiving it. Some people had a great time receiving it. So I just wanted to give an aspect for folks just to give their options, because I've been having like some clients that tell me like, "Oh, so what do I do with my
Mm-hmm.
children? Like, do I put it in here or do I put it in there?" And I
Right.
started doing research because I was like, I mean, I don't have a child, so I kind of don't know, but obviously because I am, you know, I
Yeah.
like to call myself a personal financial trainer. I
Yeah.
have to like be able to help and figure out solutions for clients. So I was
Right.
like, there's three ways of investing, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's the group. So there's the group one. There's the family plan.
I'm fine. Right.
There's an individual non-family plan, and then there's also a group one. I know there's a group one because there's been a time when someone's like, "Oh, should I get with this certain company because it's like a group RESP, so they're combining everything." And I
Mm-hmm.
looked at it and I was like, I don't like this. I
Yeah.
don't like this. Something about it doesn't sound right. I think for people that aren't as experienced in RSPs will choose that one because they're like, I mean, I just put everything together, boom.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's a way that we can be able to invest on our own and most likely get a better return if your financial literacy is up to par. So I always
Mm-hmm.
wanted to do it a way like, okay, I really need to, we gotta like knock this out the park. And I believe,
Right.
because since you have a child and you started investing, I was like, whoa, this is perfect. And I've been
Yeah.
talking to folks. I'm like, so how does it work? Like
Mm-hmm.
when you get this RESP, like how does it work? So I've been trying to do a little research, but get it
Right.
research from experience as well, and then just figure it out as we go along. And what do you think? Because I have some other stats, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah.
But
No. So I'm gonna break down some stuff that you just
mhm,
said, just so the listeners are on par.
yeah,
So for those who don't know, so RESP is an abbreviation for Registered Education Savings Plan. So just to put that out there, so to clarify the acronym, and so you can contribute to this plan for 31 years, up to 31 years,
mhm,
right? So um, every so let's say under the current plan, so for every your first 2,500 contributed,
yes.
you get a maximum of 20% from the government for up to 7,200.
I
So
like.
yes, it is a 20% return contribution. So big up to the Canadian government for giving a 20% return. People,
Okay,
that's free money for your
free.
child's education, right? So if you put
Mhm.
2,500 in a it, you get 20%. So that's 500 up to a maximum of $7,200. So you're earning $7,200,
What?
right? So utilize the RESP as early as possible.
Mhm.
The other thing, I don't know the specific rules off my top of my head, but if your child is now 5 or whatnot and you've missed certain contributions, you can earn those credits. You can go back and make the contributions and earn those. I don't have the specific rules off the top of my head now, but just an FYI. Um,
Ooh, okay.
but in terms of my son, because I am thinking already about when Nathan turns 18. And
Mhm.
so I called my bank because when I invested on his behalf, it was in my account, right? Well, it's still in my account. And I bought shares in Disney. Here's the thing. I'll talk about the return on Nathan's investment to date. I invested for Nathan in Disney in July of 2021. Sorry, 2020, right? 1,900. Now, Nathan's investment, I mean, Disney has been performing a little poorly in the last 3 days, but as of last year, this investment was worth $3,000 and I only put 1,900.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's down to about 2,800 now or 2,700 because, like I said, Disney hasn't been doing so well in the last couple of days because of the recent lockdowns and that
Gosh.
affect Disneyland. But there's a lot of upside to this to Disney, and I am predicting it to be 200 per share, which means that Nathan's investment would exceed $3,000 if that happens in this quarter. So that's the
Nice.
power of investing, and this is money that can be there until he turns 18. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to work for it to grow. Or even if I do decide, let's say this investment now worth 5,000 and I want to split it, or if it's worth six, I would say, you know what, I'm gonna still leave three in Disney just to lock in
Yeah.
those prices that I got in at. But then I can
Mm-hmm.
reinvest another $3,000 into something else that has future potential. And literally, Nathan's retirement or education or whatever you want to call it fund would be fully funded by the time he turns 18. That's the goal that I have for Nathan. So as I'm planning my financial future,
Mm-hmm.
I am planning his so
So
that
he's gonna
he,
be good by the time he
yeah,
gets
yeah,
18.
man,
He's already good.
walking I'm own condo at 16 and them things then, all of them things that chacha boy, he have the looks already. So to get the money, we'll go with it, what I say?
Yeah.
um, but the one thing I learned, because growing up in Jamaica, the only thing we know about the whole concept of trust,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe some Jamaicans can relate on this, is that when you go in a Jamaican person shop, you hear them say, Mr. Trust dead and buried. So no trust. Trust in Jamaica is the concept of credit. You don't get anything on credit at that store if Mr.
Yep.
Trust is dead and buried. Means that the shopkeeper not giving you anything on credit because somebody come in there and trust something or say them I go pay later and them never pay. I'm gonna tell you the
Mm-hmm.
most trust item in Jamaica is tin mackerel, flour, bread, oil. You got just big jar of oil and them little thing there. And go pay about the shopkeeper. But anyways, trust that I've learned, being in Canada is, setting up a trust fund for your child's future. And so
Yeah.
that's something that I'm contemplating for Nathan is to set up
Nice.
a trust fund to remove his assets from my portfolio into
Mm-hmm.
his very own. And by the time he turns 18, he'll get full access to all of that.
I
Right.
think you
So
can even do it till 18 or 21 because we,
yeah.
because I'm not gonna lie.
Don't give all right.
When we were at that age, my as much as I like to say, like when I was younger, I was still like had knowledge about finance.
Mhm.
I was young and dumb. I was young and dumb and stuff, so I wasn't really. Sometimes I would, flaunt it and things, but
Yeah.
I'm I would say, but I'm not gonna tell you what to do as a parent. But like between 18 21, and especially if he has a great understanding before,
Right.
then of course you'd be able to give it to him when he's 18,
When he's 18.
right? Ooh, question, because I was listening, but I lost my train of thought. For his
Yeah.
Disney, is it in his education? Is it in his RESPs or is it
No, no. So it's
okay?
in mine. So I want to transfer it to his,
Okay.
so that it grows in his name. Whatever. So based on from the tax perspective, like the tax impact remain in my hands,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So like if there's any dividend, it's gonna be taxed in my hand. If there's any capital gain, it's gonna be taxed in my hand. But when I put it to the trust fund, it's still gonna be the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll just be the main contributor to his investments.
Ooh,
Um,
fun
but
fact.
it's in my account now.
Yeah.
But I want to get it in his. Like I have to set up a trust fund.
Yes.
He'll be the beneficiary, but I'm the contributor.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess it's the same thing. That's probably not tax deductible though, is it?
Which one?
The one when you put it in the trust?
If it's so this guy decide. I guess because I'm calling his name so much on the podcast, he thinks I'm actually calling him.
He
So
wants to
now
be
he's
known.
here trying to get me to read a book to him. But
Oh,
so it's no, it's not tax deductible. No,
okay. So
just
that's
on.
very important for everyone to know when it comes to contributions, especially to a trust fund and the RESPs, is not tax deductible. It's kind of like a RRSP, but not. Is this you're not gonna get any? You can't claim it or anything. So, and also the total lifetime RESP contribution limit is $50,000 per student. And then there's an annual limit of $4,000. So that's a good thing to realize. So we're able to not overspend and try to put it in other aspects. Um, but I feel
Mm-hmm.
like if you're able to do it self-directed,
Yeah,
like your own investing, especially like how things are happening right now, you can get a better return than what these people are doing, especially
yeah,
the banks. But because the bank don't love you, I'm gonna have a T-shirt soon. The bank ain't your friend, but we
yeah,
love the banks because you guys keep
yeah. And in terms of the RSP, so for RSP, you can
Mhm.
only open one if the child has a job,
Mhm.
right? So they have to be 16. So just want to put that out there. So the RESP you can open RSP. You
Mhm.
need because RSP is calculated based on earned income,
Yes.
right? So I guess the government ties that to like employment in the sense.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to put that out there. So if you open it for the minor, um, you can't open it and say, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
just want to clarify this. You couldn't open an RSP for Nathan, for example, at two.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can open it on your behalf, right? But you can say the money that you're putting in belongs to him, but you
Mm-hmm.
can't say it's his. But the RESP is different. Yeah, for RESP it's allowed because that's built on the concept that you're savings for the child. Sorry, you're saving for the child's future.
Mm-hmm. And remember,
Does
guys,
that make
with
sense?
yes, makes sense for me. And remember, guys, these investments that you so the RESP, you're able to get capital gains, dividends, and interest
All
from
of
it.
them. Yeah.
So just be aware.
Yep, yep. All
Always.
right. So, I mean, a lot of technical stuff here. So, I mean, we'll try to break these down as we go along.
Mm-hmm.
So, just want to touch on some key concept that I raised just now about contributor and beneficiary. So, like the beneficiary is the person who is gonna get the benefits
Yes.
from the plan, right? And the contributor, of course, is the person putting in the money. So, if the situation between Nathan and I'll be the one put it in the money, so I'll be considered the contributor, and then
Right.
Nathan will inherit the money, so he'll be the beneficiary.
Big
Um,
money, big money.
right? And just like Camille said earlier, you probably want to set up like different rules to the trust, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that you can appoint somebody as a power of attorney. Um, so
Yes.
right, so that's another thing. I mean, that will go into a whole different discussion about wills and the estate planning side. Um,
Mm-hmm.
some people put different condition that the child has to meet to
Yes.
unlock certain aspects of the funds in the trust, right?
Yeah, and there's actually three type of trust that I've seen like on the
Yeah,
platform that I use. It's informal trust, formal trust, and joint informal trust. So that's something you guys can Google as well or research on which ones would work for your child. Because we basically what we're trying to do is just open your horizons to
yeah,
different things to help your child, and
yeah,
one of them is the RESPs or even doing it yourself.
yeah,
You could be surprised.
yeah. And trust is important, right? Because these are the things that Camille and I talk about is building the wealth, sustaining it, but also transferring it. You see that
Hmm.
transfer piece is that where a lot of us fall short.
Yeah.
So what happens to our money when we die? We know that death is inevitable, so why not plan for it? And death planning is not only limited to, putting money in a funeral home to buy a casket or whatever. It's
Yeah.
also to transfer your possessions to
Don't
the
want the government
family
to get
members. Exactly right. Exactly. You can't pass down to the government. Um, but yeah, so I mean, that's really it. Like, from my end, if there's questions, that anybody has, like you can hit me up or Camille. So I recently actually changed my personal IG page. I changed the name to Blinky Bob.
I just realized. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, can I let's hold on. Let's the one thing that I can't is when people change and I'm like looking for them. I'm like, what's their name on IG now? And then there's not until I was looking at Flip and Floss that I booked. I was like, okay, so now, but I just type your name. Like if I want to send you something, I just type
Yeah,
your name and it will send it
and
to
it
me.
comes up.
I'm like,
Okay, that's
oh
good.
gosh, thank you. Because I booked that. I was like, oh, Johnny.
Yo, I will tell you, I used to hate that name with a passion in high school.
But now you love it, huh?
Come I them blink. But now, I kind of feel a little more comfortable with it. Can call my own self Blinky Bop.
Yeah.
So if I try to look for my personal page, it's Blinky Bop.
That was
Um,
your back in the day. That was your nickname.
and
Remember?
then, like we are also at things I wish I knew about money.
Exactly.
Things I wish I knew about money on IG.
Mm.
There's also Fitness IQ. There's Flip and Floss, right? So hit us up on any of those platforms
Any of them.
or pages.
Exactly.
Send the quest to them to it because it's good when our listeners ask questions because then we can it could be something that we didn't know and we have to research it and then we can take it back to the podcast and have a discussion so that other listeners can benefit, right? So them always say when they're in a class, ask a question because somebody might have it and them afraid to ask it.
Yep.
It's the same thing
Yep.
here,
So
you know?
we didn't have anyone say that they did the SMART goals like fully, but I did see
Yeah.
I did get a response that their daughter was doing their goal settings for the year. So I
Yeah.
was like, yay!
Nice.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. So I was happy about that. I'm trying to remember, is there anything else? Like I just know people are waiting for us to go live.
To go live. When we're gonna do that? So like
But we need a different day. we need
let's well, maybe we can ask the viewers which day they think we should start. We
that
should do the live. Right?
exactly. And then because
Maybe the
when
listeners
we
can tell us.
right, so when we decide, when you guys decide, the viewers, it's on y'all. When y'all decide when we should go live, and it won't be IG live because it doesn't make sense. Because I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. I don't know how to edit on that. I know only how to take it from Zoom. So you guys
Right.
will have to get Zoom or you guys can get it on your phone and everything. And then we'd be able to have a discussion.
Right, right.
That's the only way. It won't be on IG Live. It would if it was on IG Live, obviously we would just leave it for Instagram. But
Yeah.
we want more viewers to be able to, get
Come
access.
true.
Not everyone has Instagram, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So
And Zoom is easier. You just send the link and you just click on it. You don't even have to, I don't think you have to have a Zoom account, right? You
no,
just send the link, they click on it and it takes it to yeah.
it's
So
that
it's
easy.
more accessible.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe one more on top because we say Pickney and tax are two big headache, right? Uh, and all right, people, don't know me already. I love talk foolishness. A part
It's
of my
okay. Shoot.
DNA.
That's you.
um,
You.
true. Just do you. All right, I love it.
Mm.
Um, so tax time is coming up,
Woo.
right? And so it's either you're gonna owe the government or you're gonna get a refund, right? But at the end of the day, this is the perfect time to start tax planning.
Yes.
And we talked about RRSP earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So we know, your contribution, the time to contribute to 2020 already passed, but you can still contribute up to, is it March 1st, I
Yeah.
believe?
March
Yeah.
1st.
So you have up until March 1 to contribute to your RRSP so that you can use it to offset some of your taxes in 2020. And so for those who don't know, again, RRSP, this is Registered Retirement Savings Plan. So the
Mm-hmm.
government is trying to encourage people to save.
So
And
they
as an incentive, they give you a tax break, right? You get some money back today, but you're gonna pay tax on the withdrawal in the future. And
yeah.
that future date, based on what the government would love to see, is the retirement date. What,
Mhm.
age 65?
age 65, but then I swear it's locked until 71.
Yeah. No, you're right.
71. So guys, you got to be healthy. For the next few years you have to be healthy. You got to stay fit and everything so you're able to, touch that lovely RRSPs that you've been saving all your years. And I feel like, did I talk about it? And remember guys, please invest your money. Please.
Yes.
That's all I ask.
Don't just let it sit there in a savings account.
Yeah, just that's
Not
all,
good use of your money.
like literally I have friends and family that put it in, said it, and they're like, yes, it's I have this much in it, but I'm only getting like $2
Hmm.
while
No, that
we're watching people in the stock market laugh.
right? Investing $50 and making friggin' $400.
Right,
Oh
it's
no, no. Put the money to work. Money have feelings too. You watch SpongeBob, you see Mr. Krabber rub the money on his face and a little stone of the money. Money
remember
have
guys,
feelings. Make the money work.
exactly, scare
The
money
money
don't
work.
make money.
Exactly. Yep. It doesn't. And I'll tell you
But
that the
also
stock
learn.
market these days is
It's been pretty consistent in the last couple.
tremendous return. Yeah, they learned on my Facebook that true wealth starts first with knowledge,
Yes. I'm
right?
like, we're not telling you just dive in to the deep end without learning how to swim, because I can't swim and you'll never see me in the deep end, huh? You'll
I mean
never
that
see me in the
I,
deep.
I'll jump in the deep end. I just see my friends in my jump, and I'm like, yo, I'm coming too. Boof. And actually, that's how I learned to. Well, I learned to swim. My friend then pushed me off into the river,
Oh man.
literally. You know,
How deep was it? Because I'm a scaredy cat.
them wicked, see. But anyway,
I almost drowned 2 times.
all that it was deep enough to cover me. Like it covered
Oh
me.
shucks.
I
But
saw this meme the other day, and it's like
good.
it said the meme. I was reading the meme, and it was like something like some people like you have to drown
Mm-hmm.
you have to drown in hardship before you can learn to live life or something like that. So people, I just want to put this out there. Drown is synonymous with dead. You cannot drown and then live purposefully. So I saw that meme and I laughed to myself because I'm like, I guess clearly that person didn't think about the whole think the meme through before. So,
Mm.
anyways, this is a side thing. And the person, you have to draw like, like I must say, like kind of like you have a creep before you walk. But in this scenario, this person literally say you have to dead before you can learn to do. Um, and that this is another side story from all the heavy discussion. I'm
Yeah.
trying to keep it. So somebody asked me
Mhm.
yesterday, and I think I shared this with Kami. Somebody asked me how was the pandemic on my end. So I was like, it sounded like a very casual question, like how's the weather in Toronto? Like I'm here in Jamaica and it's sunny, so the pandemic in Jamaica is not too cloudy or it's not too dark, but it's having an effect. So I was like thinking to myself, how do I answer that question about how's the pandemic? It's very pandemic-ish or what? Like I don't know. It's less pandemic on this side. I don't know. Like what do you think? Anyways,
Because
let's get back.
you've been chill. You're good. You've been good. And shout out to the folks that like, I don't know what is in Mexico. Can you please tell me what's in Mexico? Because I just been seeing enough Mexico stories, and I'm like,
Stories.
man, I would love to go, eh?
I guess no pandemic is in Mexico. Everybody's in Mexico. Like there, I think the reason there's no restriction. Like border is fully open, so it's like
True.
everybody's going there and having a grand time.
Because I'm
But
like, what is going on?
Mexico, the thing there, it's
Right?
less pandemic-ish in Mexico.
But sorry guys, we sidetracked just a little bit. We just like to do a relaxing thing, so let's see. What's the overall thing? Think about your children when you're thinking about your future, I guess. Their future matters too.
Yeah.
Um because even though we said before that you shouldn't feel obligated,
Mm-hmm.
but if you want to be um promoting generational wealth, you want to, like,
Right.
help them a little bit, because you'll be able to get money back as well.
Right.
And what is it with a family plan? So I'm going to read it, guys. The family plan for the RESPs is ideal if you have more than one child. You can name one or more children to receive the savings when it's time to pay for their studies after high school. They must be related to you, either by blood or adoption. They may be your children, stepchildren, grandchildren, including adopted grandchildren, brothers or sisters. Boom. So everyone can be at everyone.
Everybody, yeah.
Individual non-family plan, and I think this is for folks that always wonder, man, what should I get my godson or my goddaughter. This plan is ideal if you're not related to the child you're saving for. In this type of plan, only one beneficiary is named in the RESPs, and the
Mhm.
beneficiary does not have to be related to you. So if you have, your best friend has their child and they call you auntie, even though they're not really your auntie, but you're still,
Mhm.
you can save for them. You can have like something for them, especially if you have a godchild. It's a
Right.
really great way. And so, guys, secret: if you have a godchild and you give them money, you kind of don't have to give them a gift after.
And it's funny because it's touch on that because
Mm,
one of the even with my wife, and it's not, I know that this can be a touchy topic for some, but even with my wife and I, when we from the time of our wedding to our baby shower, we kind of promote more of cash gift,
yeah.
because cash is more flexible, but also because we are more into like savings and investing, it
Hmm.
gives us the opportunity to do that. And it's
Yeah.
something that I'm trying with even Nathan to try to promote more cash gifts. I know it's hard because it's kind of like you're telling people that you want money instead when
Hmm.
people are more accustomed to the physical gift. But you know what? Like, ask for cash donation, ask for stocks. So you know what, Nathan or Mali or whoever they is, Sasha. Oh, I'm just calling Obama's kid's name. Oh my God, why those names come to my mind? Anyways, they're popular. Anyways, so whatever your child name,
Yeah.
ask for some type of you can say they love this company or whatever. Maybe instead of buying like a $500 car, you can probably buy some stocks or whatever in the company. You know what I mean? And
Hold
that
on, hold
money
on,
can
hold on.
potentially.
If you are giving someone a $500 gift card, you better just give them stocks instead.
Precisely, right? A friend of mine just got a $500 gift card. I'm not
What?
gonna say his name, but he's lucky. Nobody giving me $500 gift card. I'm not that
Right?
fortunate. The most me get a $150.
So, guys, my birthday just passed.
And mine is coming up. It's
Ray,
it,
big up
it's
yourself.
in 2.5, I think 2 weeks. No, no, the first week of February.
Ray,
So please, send me gift. Yes, I'm looking for my gift.
500?
Thank you
Oh
in
my
advance.
gosh.
In Jamaica, I beg. Let me see. When Jamaican are begging them say please and thanks. So the please is to say, yo, I'm politely asking. The thanks is saying, yo, you better give me this. Right? Me not asking me, I tell you. So please and thanks.
Ray, I always say please and thank you. Please and thank you.
So yeah, in advance. But so we're gonna continue talking about like the tax planning side of things because
Yes.
tax time coming up, and we want to help people to move from tax filing to a tax planning mindset, right? To think
Mm.
about the taxes and not just wait for that T4 to come, right? And T4 is your statement of remuneration paid. That was a mouthful to pronounce, remuneration. So, every time I say remuneration, I have to put emphasis on the remuner part because it's so hard to continue with the ration.
That
So
was you and not
your pay
me.
stub, your annual pay slip. Sorry. I'm just having a grand time today. It's New Year, you know.
Right?
But yeah, so
Oh, shit.
and you do make sure you contribute a little something to your RRSP. And
Yeah.
this year, everybody pretty much who uh had to work from home, even if your employer doesn't give you the employment expense form, that T777 form, you can still claim up to a maximum of $400, right? So be
What?
sure if you work from home, tell myself or Camille to
Mm-hmm.
include that in your tax return, right?
You're
So that
gonna
you can
crack
get
me
that
up.
$400 deduction.
Yes. And I decided to plan ahead,
Yeah.
and I made a questionnaire. So
Okay. Yes. Nice. Tell us
I
about the questionnaire.
so the questionnaire, pardon me, questionnaire is basically asking everything what I need from you guys, because I find there's times when, I'm human. I
Mm-hmm.
forget what you need until I like actually um sit down and actually do it. And you're
Yeah.
human too. You forget certain things.
True.
So I decided to make a questionnaire. So you're able to review what I need, and you check off whatever you have.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, if you don't have it, it's fine. It's just um a standard list of the things that you may need.
Yeah.
But if you do have and you can't find it, then put
Right.
a question mark, put a gotta find it, and then we sit down and do it. I feel like this way I'd be able to be more efficient, and I'll be able to decide what is best for you going
Mm-hmm.
forward, and we'd be able to get things rolling real quick.
Right.
I don't want to be stressed. I feel like Serb is going to be crazy, and I'm just scared.
Yeah.
I just don't want anyone to be upset that, like, but I've never owed. I was like, yeah, but you got to understand, if you had this, then that's gonna happen. And if you had listened to the podcast, you would have heard that we talked about um try to contribute to your RSPs. And I even wrote a post about it on how to like be able to, you know, figure out how to work around having Serb. I mean,
Mm.
if you had Serb, you most likely owe taxes, depending on how much money you received. And then I just want to be more. Every year I try to grow and try to be more efficient and try to reach out to more people. So whoever wants the
Yeah.
questionnaire, that's a returnee, just holler. Actually, I'm gonna send it. I think I want to send it out. I'm gonna send it out twice.
Yeah.
Let's say mid
And
January and then mid February, just to remind them.
right. Yeah, I mean that, and that's pretty good. That's some serious tax planning there. And thanks for sharing it with me, Camila. Camila and I, we don't compete, we
There's no
collaborate. That's
exactly.
my motto. We don't compete, we collaborate.
Mhm.
Because Camille will share stuff that she's developed with me, and I'll share things that I develop with her.
Mm.
Um, because we're in this to support each other, right? That's the only way that we are to kind of truly be community strong, is if we support each other. Um,
And because you're my brother from a different mother, you know?
precise, precisely. Yeah,
And basically our main focus, our main goals is we're trying to build a community. I love, Andre always speaks about the community, and we're giving back, and we're trying to reach as many people as possible. Two
yeah,
better than one.
exactly.
Two
And this
is
is
better
this
than
is what somebody just posted in our group. This is funny.
one.
Thank you all for the additional information about the stock market. Boy, the market ain't easy, but just like dumpling and butter, I love it. Oh God, that's
Big up
hilarious.
yourself,
Love
sir. You
yourself.
already
A
know.
long time me not eat dumpling and butter, but just like you, I love it too.
Big up yourself. Yeah, because we do have like a group where we talk about investing, and there's days, I kid you not, Friday I was like, yo, I I need to stop. I need to stop. Like I'm only thinking about stocks and not even thinking about anything else. And I know you
Yeah.
guys want us to talk about stocks and we will soon. We just wanted to bring about the children first. So once you set up the proper accounts for your children and then you set up the proper accounts for yourself, then we'll be able to discuss about those, the big doll, the big
Yeah.
dogs.
Yeah.
I want to sing the song, but I'm not gonna sing the song.
Come sing for us. Sing, sing, sing.
The money
Give a
reside
little
where the
tips.
money reside. Where the money.
All right, that's pretty good. And I see you have the little rhythm going with it, the little beat. That's good. That's good.
That
Big
no.
up yourself.
So
So
at the end of the day, oh no, did you have something to say?
yeah, no, like I was just gonna highlight something about Flip and Floss. So like we
Mm.
just launched our Facebook group, Flip and Floss Investor Forum. So it's new, but big up yourself.
Hey.
Go join the group and post your questions. We're gonna have a team of experts, responding to questions and whatnot. Because again, knowledge is power,
Yes.
right? And this month, the end of this month, Flip and Floss will be launching um, our adult financial literacy. I think I mentioned it earlier. I don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna be launching our adult financial literacy program online, the virtual component, and our website will feature our dashboard and some other cool features that's going to be coming with the website. So the first part of the website is already up and it's
Nice.
there, and our team and everybody. By the way, we need to get Camille picture and the rest of the team picture so everybody beautiful face can up on the website. But it is there. Flip Forum is coming to the website, Flip Blog, and a whole heap of other flipping thing.
Pick up yourself.
I
Well
just
on,
want to.
well on.
I love how everything does go smoothly with flipping thing.
Right?
Flipping, you know. Let me
And
tell you,
mm,
Camille and I will not stop. Well, only if we run out of food. But Camille and I will not stop until we bring and increase financial knowledge of the
exactly.
people.
Exactly.
That's what we are here to do.
That's what we do. And also, fitness IQ's doing things too. Like I was able to speak to the black moms about budgeting, and I also have something else coming up with trying to mentorship like black girls. So
Nice.
I'm trying to do as much as possible, but I'm not talking about that one because it's in the works, but it's
Well, yeah.
not
All
not
right.
done yet,
So
you
we're
know?
gonna look forward to that, and we're gonna continue to support it. So we'll have 347 viewers this week. So again, ladies and gentlemen, increase the numbers, spread the word, spread the love,
Mm,
and make people hear what we are talking about, and send the question them either to Camille or myself, like I said, so that we can continue to spread the knowledge. And
send
again,
some
we'll
to Andre.
continue. Yeah,
Send some to you.
yeah. Send some to me. I think you know what? It's fair because I think I've been telling everybody to send the questions to Camille. You can send them to me now. I've been able to have some control over my thing, so
Yeah,
send the questions and I'll respond.
exactly. So we want
I
you
might give you a
to.
very lengthy response, but
It's all
you
good.
might ask me, oh, what is RSP? But I said, before I talk about RSP, I was looking at your profile and I saw that you do this. I like the fact that you're doing this and blah, 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 blah. And then I move into the RSP. So before I answer your question about how you contribute, just to let you know, RSP came about in this year. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm not like that. But me answer the question.
And just basically, you guys. Yeah, yeah, ask us questions so we can have like a question segment because we want to have like different segments. But
Yeah.
we like just talking to each other and just having it relaxing as possible. So yeah.
All right.
Share, subscribe, yeah, share, subscribe, and keep enjoying, comment and everything because we love talking to y'all and we love talking to each other about financial literacy, and this is what we do. We're passionate about it, we love it, we want to do it as relaxing as possible so you guys can relate, and then you guys can stack your money in a different way. Oh.
100%. All right. I mean, I love it, and it sounds like what I kind of feel like we're at the end of the segment. I don't know. We have like a feeling this a time for we stop talk. That's how I feel. But I don't know. Are we at that stage, Camille?
We
Because
are because, but we it's but we just love talking to y'all. Before we said it was gonna be short, but now we don't want it to be short and sweet. We just want it to be long and sweet. You know.
long and sweet. You know what? Instead
Mm,
of using long, let's use lengthy. Lengthy sounds
lengthy.
sexy. It's lengthy. All
Yo, big up you, man. You crack me up.
right.
So let's play the tune then. Cheers, guys. But let me start from the front. Let me start from the beginning. Hey, hey. We don't own this music.
Yep.